There's a lot of racism, bias, and hypocrisy in condemning Michael Vick. If anyone doesn't know, Michael Vick was an African American football player. He was a quarterback who changed the game for the quarterback position in the NFL, but was publicly condemned for being a part of a dogfighting ring. Although I don't like what he did, there's a lot of things wrong with his condemnation. White people in particular, rich white men, are famous for going on hunting expeditions in Africa, Latin America, and Asia to hunt wild beasts like lions, elephants, giraffes, tigers, etc. There's a term for it, the great white hunter. They think killing a defenseless, innocent animal is the ultimate form of alpha maleness and conquest, which is a backwards, cavemanish philosophy. There's hypocrisy of the public, too. They condemned Michael Vick, but the public eats burgers and buffalo wings. The public eats chickens and pigs and cows and fish and turkey. The public raises them in hellish conditions where they can't move and their entire life is eating and shitting in a cramped cage. They suffer beyond belief, and then they face further suffering when brutally murdered to consume. The public is full of shit. Another hypocrisy of the public is having dogs and cats as pets and loving them, and then eating chickens and cows. How certain animals have a social status and social significance in human society, while others are for food. It's such hypocrisy. I've learned over the years that eating meat is unnatural and evil. We don't need it nutritionally, and we were taught to eat it in ancient times by the fallen angels who wanted to disrespect God by corrupting us. I'm in the process of turning vegan. I'm still eating meat, but I'm slowly weaning off, so I have sin on my hands too. There's also racial bias too. Rich white people have been racing greyhound dogs and champion horses for centuries, and they're never condemned. Mexicans have chicken fights, and no one condemns them. The Spaniards have bullfighting, but no one condemns them. People have dog shows where dogs are treated terribly and no one says a thing. The Japanese have a fishing industry where they treat sea creatures terribly. People who have gone to SeaWorld have sin on their hands. People who have gone to zoos have sin on their hands. The public are hypocrites. The other races aren't condemned for the abuse of animals, but Mike Vick, a black man, is. What about the white man? Crickets. It's just another tactic to unjustly vilify the black man. While the white man, in all his bloodshed, isn't vilified at all. People are blind. Plus, there's a long history of whites treating animals better than black people. They value an animal more than a black person's life. We've been deemed animals by racist demonic whites, specifically, we were deemed as monkeys, which is wrong and a lie. Even from my personal experience, when I'm walking my dogs, whites will acknowledge my dog before me, and sometimes they'll just acknowledge my dog and not me at all. So in conclusion, there's a lot of racism and hypocrisy when condemning Michael Vick. The public eats chicken and pigs and cows. They go to zoos, they go to SeaWorld. The other races have sinned against the animals to atone for, and no one says a thing. And the fact that blacks have been dehumanized and whites value animals more than black lives. In the end, all of humanity, all the races, ethnicities, and nationalities will pay for their sins against the plants, animals, and Mother Earth. Suffering will be our teacher.